What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Server Error 405. This is the Final Four Sports program. And like always, I can't do this by myself. I have these amazing gentlemen here who have so much sports knowledge, it turns their head into a cowboy hat. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, I have to just go ahead and give this man credit. I love him so much. He's one of my all time favorite reality OGs from MTV Real World and also Getting Real with John and Beth. And also, don't forget, he's got a fantastic album. He ain't done singing yet. Jon Brennan, what's good, my friend?
Hey, thanks for having me. That was a nice intro. I appreciate that.
There you go. And here's the other guys. What's up, guys?
Hello.
So we're just gonna get into it, and obviously, I'm not gonna ever forget Ian. Pick the push, even though I think it's rigged. He has, for people who don't know, he has a very popular podcast, and he does wrestling predictions. And I think he's rigging it because I've only been number one contender once. So I don't know if we should save this for the Gorilla Booking podcast because that would fit more, but I think it's rigged.
The only thing I'll say is it's the only podcast you can win. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he's used to rigging stuff because he's a Patriots fan, so they always rig.
That'll do it. And of course, we got the two happy Eagles fans. I'm just a disgruntled Bronco fan. Let's just be honest. I'm very upset with our team right now. But you guys, Eagles fans, champions. I mean, how you guys feel?
I mean, we're the only two in the room that are 3-0 right now, undefeated, right?
Cares.
Oh yeah, it's too early in the season, right?
Yeah, it's too early. Anyways, so
But you know what? It's not. You know what? It's not too early for. Who's got Dre bricked up this week? And you know who it is. The number one guy in the league has Jalen Hurts. He has me bricked up. My man was down 19 points in the third quarter, came back spanking ass, 4 total touchdowns, and we won the game. That's who's got me bricked up. It's my lookalike.
Okay, we got to get that sponsored. Who would sponsor the bricked up? Like a construction company?
It's got to be like Trojan or something. Magnum. Let's go Magnum.
Magnum. Okay.
Blue Chew. No, Blue Chew.
Well, speaking of,
it's Blue Chew.
It's Blue Chew. I mean, I just that's what I've heard it's called.
I mean, I chew the flu blues. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, this weekend, a lot of people were chewing on some hot NFL action. That's kind of a small little segue. What game stood out the most? I'll start with you, Ian. What game stood out the most to you, and why?
I mean, I really always watch the Patriots game because obviously, then I throw Red Zone on after, so I was pretty absorbed in that one. But nothing but sadness, really. I mean, at least Drake May was not like the reason we would lose. I mean, there's a lot of work to put on the defense, but there's a lot of work otherwise. So Drake May, happy for. Can't really complain. I was expecting a loss anyway. The team's not great, but we're working on it.
Okay. John, what did you catch? Any college? I know your teams didn't play this weekend, but did you watch anything this weekend at all? Or
I don't think I watched any. I did hear that the who got fired today? Oklahoma State coach?
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Is that warranted?
yeah, they're pretty
warranted.
bad. Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Well, how many years has he been coaching there?
Been there for a while.
Yeah, he's been there for a good minute. I don't know the exact number. I feel like he's
Yeah,
been there for a few years.
Have they been bad for a long time? I'm just like, have they given him a chance, or they just came out of the blue with the firing?
I mean, there's never really been like a good Oklahoma State team. Everyone hears about like the Ohio State and Michigans and all that good stuff.
The last
Like
time
Alabama.
I heard Oklahoma State being good, Justin Blackman was their wide receiver.
He was there for 21 seasons.
Yeah,
That's
that's
seasons.
Yeah. He was there for 21 seasons. Mike Grundy. Yep.
So what
21
was his
seasons as
salary?
the head
You
coach.
got the Google pulled up. What was his salary? I'm just.
Oh, he's telling me to hit the tapes. Hold on. You wanna
John,
know
I'm
his
just curious.
salary?
Oh my God! So is he Jamie? Is he Jamie from Joe Rogan?
You gotta
Yeah,
be
he
performing.
I just got Jamie.
you just
Hey,
got
hey,
Jamie.
Joe, pull that up. Hey Joe, pull that up.
Well,
John
Jamie
about-
sounds awesome. I
John
don't know
about to
Jamie,
send
but
him
he
his
sounds-
resume. He's going to be the
Well,
new
I'm just
coach of
thinking,
Oklahoma State.
How much? What are the expectations there? What's the guy getting paid? All these are factors.
Yeah.
If you get hired, can you hire us as assistants?
If I get hired as a football coach, I think that's not going to happen. But
He is going to owe Oklahoma State $15 million.
he
Wow.
owes it to them. He's already been
Jeez.
fronted that.
Yes.
Yeah,
they
what
need-
was his annual
because
salary?
most coaches get $15 million. Most
Dang.
coaches get fronted their salary the season, and he got fired. So in college football, a buyout is what a university owes a coach if it is said the coach is fired without cause or termination after a certain amount of time before the length of contract is up. Grundy will owe $15 million by Oklahoma State after his firing. Will be owed. No, I'm sorry. Oklahoma owes him $15 million for firing him.
Wow.
It's not a bad severance.
I'd like to get fired for that money.
Yeah. So if he's been there 21 seasons, he probably hasn't been making 15 every season, but he's been making lots of millions of dollars there and not performing well. So,
Yeah.
are we sad when this happens? Not really.
No. I wish
So
that would happen
it
to
sounds
me
like
in real
it's
life.
about $5 million a season because he signed a 3-year deal, and they fired him in the very first couple months of this brand new deal.
Good fire. Get that money. Get
Not
that
good
money.
hire, good fire.
Yeah, good fire. Get that money, man. You fire me for 15. I'd love to get fired for $15 million. You shitting me?
True story.
Fire me for 50,000. I don't care at this point.
Fire me for
It's rough.
5,000. I'd be happy.
Right.
Shit.
Exactly. Joe, what did you think of some of the games this one? What's the one that stood out? Obviously, the Eagles, blah blah blah. They're so great. But what other games?
I'll give you the factoid. Okay,
Oh,
so everybody knows the Philadelphia Eagles blocked not one, but 2 field goals. One for the game winner and a run back, right? But the last time that has ever happened in any football game was the Philadelphia Eagles on September 21st, 1975. 50 years to the day. It's never been done since then.
You guys are so
We also
great. It's
we also
amazing.
did break another record. Jordan Davis is the heaviest player to ever run a 19-mile-an-hour touchdown back in NFL history.
A 19
At 336
He was running
pounds.
fast.
Did they clock
That's running
him when he
faster
was
than Josh
running?
Allen.
They clocked him. They clocked him at 19 miles an hour, and he's 336 pounds. There's
Do they
nobody
clock-
that's ever done it.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Truck.
Do they clock other NFL
Oh, yeah.
players? Is that a thing that happens?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why
Josh
it's on the
Allen
grid.
runs Josh Allen runs an 18.6.
Yeah.
So every player, you know how fast each player is running in any NFL game. There's a guy that's okay, Joe, look that up. How much did that guy get paid?
Yeah, you did it
The
again.
computer can measure it.
That's something I can do. I'm at the right age, the right weight.
Oh,
It's
shit.
probably done with motion capture.
Yeah.
Probably what they do is they just frame check it, and that's all it is, and then they can just adjust it. Thank you, Mythbusters. I wish you guys were back on air, but
Mythbusters. That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Mythbusters. How did I never know
But,
this? Did they ever make that during the game? Like, oh man,
Yeah,
Josh
it's all
Allen
over.
ran
It's
20
all
miles
over
per
NFL.
hour.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's all over.
you've watched the combines before. You know how
No, I'm
fast the
saying
guy
during
runs
an
in a
NFL.
combine.
I'm saying during an NFL regular season game. I've never heard them mention in that moment.
Yeah.
Real time.
I
they
seen
ran that fast.
last year they ended up, I think they clocked Jahmyr Gibbs at 24 miles an hour in a touchdown run he had last year.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, these some fast motherfuckers, man.
I do drink a lot I just ended at that. I drink a lot, so I miss a lot of things.
Yeah, when I take my insulin, I could run 20 miles an hour.
If I take your insulin, I'll run about 20 miles per hour.
You probably go 30. Shit.
So besides the glazing of the Eagles, Joe, what other game that stood out to you, good or bad?
That stood out to me, the absolute trouncing of the Dallas Cowboys.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Dre, what about you, Dre?
Listen,
What about you? Let's get Dre in here because I know Joe will just sit there and think that Joey's back on the podcast, and just go on and on. Dre, what stood out to you?
So I'll say there was a few games. Obviously, the Bears Cowboys game stood out to me. I want to say the Broncos Chargers game stood out to me because I feel like you guys kind of fumbled the bag late, but that we'll dive into that later. But the game that really stood out to me was the ass whooping that happened last night from Detroit beating the entire Ravens secondary like it was nobody's business.
Yeah,
that is God. The Ravens got a great secondary. They even got Jair Alexander as a nice pickup in the offseason, and they still go out there and get torched by Khalif Raymond, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then they get absolutely torched by David Montgomery and Gibbs, bro. It was embarrassing to watch. It was embarrassing on Baltimore.
Seven sacks.
It's insane, bro. And then Derrick Henry fumbling. This is like the second time he's fumbled under 2 minutes this season.
No. 3 times, 1 in each game so far.
That's hard. It's insane. Yeah, bro. It's getting bad. He's looking like Adrian Peterson in like 2010.
And then he fumbled himself.
Yeah, he fumbled himself. That was pretty bad.
It's getting bad.
John, what was the last have you been to an NFL game?
Yeah, I actually went to watch the Titans last year. I'm trying to remember who they played, but we lost. But it's my first NFL game ever. I'm sorry. I used to live in Tampa Bay. So before Brady got to Tampa Bay, I went to, we cheer for the Bucks and the Tampa Bay Rays. You can't call me bandwagon because I cheer for teams that aren't any good. So definitely that's not bandwagon.
I mean, it's true.
It's like reverse bandwagon.
Yeah, it's reverse bandwagon.
Me and Joe had to live through Chip Kelly. Okay, so we aren't bandwagons either.
Mm-hmm.
What do you lean more towards? College? I feel like you're more like a college guy than pro.
I'm more college before everything changed, and I just feel like that the kids were playing for the love of the game and to get to the next level. But now, it seems like they're probably some of them making the same thing. I actually have known a few NFL players because I did youth ministry, and I wouldn't say a lot, probably 3 or 4 of my students went to the NFL, and they're not making that much money. Some of these college kids are making more money than an NFL player.
Yeah.
But
who do you think in all the years of real world, who do you think would actually, because I don't remember if anyone's actually played like in college, but who do you think would be a good NFL player with the athleticism? CT
from the real world. Cyrus is very athletic and very powerful. He was working out a lot nowadays.
Because you see these guys on the challenge, and it's like they should have played. They should have did something else.
Some of them, for real.
Some of them. I don't know about Johnny Bananas. I don't think he would have made it in the NFL.
Dude, he annoys the shit out of me. I'm sorry. He annoys the shit out of me.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm a little confused.
Him and Paulie, they annoyed the absolute shit out of me. Believe me, I've watched you for a while. I watched Mike Mizanin on there. I've watched everybody on the Real World, the Challenge. I've watched you guys for years.
John still needs to get on the challenge.
That. I mean, he was on. It was 92 when his Real World. It was 1992.
I know. I go back. Yeah. I go back.
Yeah, and so the first challenge ever was in 1997. It aired in 1998. So if you Google it, it's going to say 98. But 1997.
I was born in 97. Shit.
And see, what's great about this whole conversation, it's sports related because the challenge is being talked about in there, and it's also a challenge living with David back in the day, I'm sure that was a challenge.
David wasn't the hardest one.
Who was the hardest one?
Well, you guess. Who do you think out of my show was the hardest one?
On your season, Dominic?
No, Dominic was actually a delight.
I mean,
Tammy was absolutely
unbearable.
Yeah, that's right. She's never changed. Seems like she's never changed.
No.
Is there going to be another homecoming? Or
I don't know. I'll be really honest with you. I don't think they were promoted real well, so they weren't really watched a whole lot. And the way it is in TV is the same way it works in sports. If you don't have a winner, then you're not making any more TV shows.
See, look at that segue. I'm a fan of a good segue. That was a good segue back into sports. So I'll say this. I can't wait for them to finally bring you back on to the challenge because you would be great on there. Now I don't know if you'd win because you and I are the same age.
I don't know if you'd win, but you'd be great on there. Honest to God, see you on there.
I would love to go back. It's changed quite a bit since I was on there. The very first challenge, one of our challenges was we had to spend the night in a haunted insane asylum. Okay. And now you have to jump out of a helicopter and grab hold of a building while, carrying a balloon. And, it's just,
And the balloon can't pop.
yeah, how can we kill these kids?
Yeah,
Which,
right.
Sorry. But I was much younger back in that day. And shoot, in 1997, how old was I? I was 24 years old. So, at 51, I'm going to, move differently. And
Yeah.
I've, I don't know what's happened to my body, but I've packed on about, 57 pounds and I don't run very fast.
Yeah. I feel that. Speaking of not running very fast, Ian, what did you think of all the games in the NFL?
Good segue.
I run fast enough. As far as all the games, again, even fantasy football, nothing but sadness for me everywhere I go. Nothing, even wrestling wise, sadness. It was just not a good week for me specifically.
Yeah. I think
so that
thing,
just means next
Boston,
week can only be better, though.
Hopefully,
anything in Boston.
Whoa.
We'll talk about that on Gorilla Booking. About your Boston guy got absolutely trounced for no reason.
Yeah, okay.
No, it was a reason behind it, but we'll talk about it later.
I think the only thing I'm really happy about over the weekend, besides my fantasy team winning, thanks to all the sacks that Lamar had, shout out J-Star, was USC. USC was the high point for me. We're 3-0. We got Illinois coming up. So that's my high point. So in college, we'll go with you, Dre. You catch any college football this weekend?
I'll just be totally honest with you. College is definitely on the back burner for me because my team is absolute dog water. It's been dog water for years. We're probably going to still continue to be dog water when my quarterback throws 5 to 6 picks a game for no effing reason. So I kind of don't watch college football right now. So right now, this week has been good to me.
Who's your team?
Engaged,
Who's your school?
Announced a pregnancy.
Congratulations.
Wow, congratulations.
Got engaged, announced a pregnancy, and the Eagles won. So I'm really 3-0 this week, if you really think about it.
That's a blessing
Next
right
week
there.
For you can only be worse.
I know. And life was too good this week, Ian. So I'm cool. I'm good with everything.
But we're forgetting something. We have a brand new champ, Terrence Bud Crawford. We didn't talk about it because we weren't on there last week.
Oh, yeah.
We took a week off. We didn't get a chance to talk about that.
Right. Well, we got a little time. We can talk about it. For John, I don't know if you're a big boxing guy, but they had the big fight, Canelo and Crawford. I was the only person here on Final Four that said, well, J-Star, he agreed because I think he works in a bodega or something. I don't remember what the whole thing was, but we both picked Canelo. And unfortunately, he lost. And so now you guys go ahead. You guys say whatever. You guys, you picked it. You got the winner. You finally got something right. Congratulations. You got one over on your boy.
We didn't though. We had the champ right, but we didn't get the prediction right because we said that Crawford was going to be one of the few to actually get Canelo knocked out.
That's true.
But Canelo. But you know what makes it worse though, Joe? He didn't get the knockout, but he absolutely obliterated him for 12 straight rounds. That's what makes it way worse.
I don't think he obliterated him. He didn't obliterate him, bro. It was closer than you think.
Well, I mean, we all saw
won the last 2 rounds. They showed the judges.
Bro, if you watched, you've never seen Canelo get hit that hard.
Well, that might be true.
Was it in the 9th that he turned his head sideways?
That was the 10th. That was the 10th where he got caught so hard that he couldn't stay still.
You know, the one that got to me and I knew that he was going to lose. The one where I knew he was going to lose is when he got hit and he just was walking sideways, kind of like
that was the 10th. That was the one in the 10th. That's where
he did it. He flushed him. And because it's been a gift, but his whole head turned almost like 180.
That was the first time. There was another time that he did it. It happened twice because I saw both times, and it was bad.
It was just if you really look at it, if you go back and watch the fight, it was just nothing but constant pressure, and Canelo couldn't fight it off. That's all it was. Bud never walked away from it. He literally would go in swinging every single time Canelo swung, and he would connect way more. And his shots were a lot more proficient than Canelo's were. They just weren't landing as flush as he would on another opponent. But Bud Crawford is, like I said, the best counterpuncher in the game, and he counterpunches everything with proficient strikes, and he makes sure that they land on the mark every single time.
He's solid. I can't take anything away from him. I am a fan of his as well. Like, I just felt like Canelo was going to win. I liked them both. To be honest, the fight to me was relatively close. Even looking at the judges' scorecards, it was tied up until the last 2 rounds, which Crawford won according to the official judges' scorecard. So they had the fight a lot closer. Than visually, you could say that Crawford really beat him up quite a bit, because I don't remember a time when Crawford ever looked like he was in trouble or took some strong shots. Like, he took some shots, but nothing looked like it really.
Yeah, they just weren't. I don't know why Canelo's shots just weren't like as heavy as they would be. Like when he fought Caleb Plant, he was landing landing a clean amount of punches on Caleb. But when he's hitting Bud's just brushing him off and he's just going back in. Usually those shots would affect somebody to the point where they would back up and then rethink their strategy. Bud's not. His strategy is straight pressure all the time.
Yeah. I think to be honest, it wasn't the greatest fight, but I thought it was fine. It was good entertainment.
It's a chess match.
Yeah, it was definitely a chess match. It's not for everybody. A lot of people expected knockouts, which to me, I said I was the only one that said it would go decision. I just picked the wrong guy. Because both of them have just rock solid chins. No one's been knocked down. So it would have been, I even said that in the last episode before the fight. Like, if anyone got knocked down, I'd be surprised. Anyone got knocked out, I'd be shocked. So that would have been, insane to me. Ian, did you watch any of the fight? Are you a big boxing guy?
Nope.
No. There you go. John might give me the same answer. John,
not a lot of people actually watched it.
No, I was actually at Joe's house for a little bit watching it.
John, did you watch it, or when was the last fight that you watched? And
oh man, I'm from the Tyson Holyfield days.
Oh, geez, that's when I was born too. Jesus Christ, that was actually my birthday. That fight was on my birthday when I was born.
Are you 12? I mean, what happened?
I'm 20. I'm 28. God damn it! That fight was June 28th, 1997. That was when I was born.
That was just, really exciting to see if anybody was going to be able to go around with this guy. I mean, you see Mike Tyson nowadays and you're like, what happened to him? But back then, when he was 20, 21 years old, he was the most feared man. Like, death was a possibility with his opponents, honestly. I mean, if you got hit with an upper, y'all remember the Nintendo Mike Tyson's Punch Out? Anybody?
It's impossible to beat. It's impossible to beat.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I mean, I got friends that beat it, but they had to, memorize every punch.
I still have it. Hold on.
You still have it?
He does. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Do you still have like your Nintendo and everything too?
He does.
And it works? It works?
He does.
Holy.
Wow.
I've been to his house, guys. I've seen all of this. So yes, he has it.
Yeah, I mean, look, me and John.
Does he know where it is?
Yes, he walked 10. I can tell you exactly where this is at and where he's going. I can tell you exactly.
I'll tell you how old I am.
I am still on the microphone, but I am off camera. Unfortunately, I do not see my Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but I do have 2 copies of Top Gun.
Oh,
nice.
Right.
Somebody swiped your Mike Tyson's Punch
Out. And by Dre.
And NES Play Action Football.
No Tecmo Bowl?
It's in my pocket.
Not even Tecmo Bowl. Some other version of it.
How about Baseball Stars?
No.
See,
Blades of Steel. I'll keep doing this. I can do this all day.
Blades of Steel.
Nintendo game.
Blades of Steel is a crazy word. No.
WWF Royal Rumble.
Double
Super Nintendo?
Double Dribble.
Double dribble. No, I have Larry versus. I have Jordan versus Bird though.
RBI baseball.
Shit! Jordan versus Bird. That's tough.
Yeah.
Remember the old WCW game? That one was dope.
In your house or whatever.
No,
I think it was that was sold out, wasn't it?
There was one before that was really good. It was I think it had like Nash and stuff on the cover. Well, maybe it was sold out. I don't know.
I thought it was
It's been a
sold out.
while.
So that was more of a fighter guy. Like,
You're a Tekken, like Street Fighter kind of guy.
yeah, I have the original Street Fighter 2. I have Super Double Dragon. Got a bunch.
Super double.
You've seen it.
I did see it.
So did you just like go on eBay one day and just buy all these, or they can't be from childhood, right? Because
Yes, they are.
you're not that old. You're like almost 40,
are.
right?
I'm 40. I'll be 42.
Okay, so you're not that old. Like me and John are like both 51. Dre, how old are you? You're like in your late 20s,
28.
right? 28. Ian, what are you, like early 30s?
31.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm pretty good with the ages. I should do that instead of sports gambling. Just guess people ages. I need to go to
Yes,
circus.
ages, yeah.
You look like a carny.
Set up your own booth.
You're right.
I know what I'm
How
doing.
old are you? 22.
Yeah. Pay the man.
I could guess you within 3 years, 3 pounds, or
If I go over, I owe you $5.
Yeah. No, actually, all those things are original collections, except for probably the second Top Gun, because I don't know how I got another copy of it. But I do have Tyson's Punch Out somewhere. It's probably in
I've
another
seen
bin
it when I
have.
was there. I've seen it.
You got to
Yeah.
find it. That thing's worth some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they in pretty good condition?
So, oh yeah, they're all original standing conditions. Like, I'll send you a picture after. I'll send you a picture after.
How about you just send me the game? Why don't you just send me the game?
No, because I have an original working NES console.
How did you get it?
I have
That's what I'm curious
It's
about.
my original console. It's mine from when I grew up as a kid.
And it's
Literally
still in
sitting
good
on
condition?
it's literally sitting on the bottom of his TV stand.
I'm fascinated. I just want to have a podcast, just talk to you about how you've had it this long and it's still in good condition.
Or how to connect it to an HDMI.
Where are you going? Back to the snack bar in Eagle Stadium? Where are you going?
Dude,
But did-
he's going
Right.
to the locker room.
He's going in the locker room to get
Leaving out
did
the
you have an
halftime speech.
Atari? Who had an
If
Atari?
anybody has
Atari,
a
yeah.
working Atari,
I had an Atari
Sell it.
2400. I had a ColecoVision.
Let me turn off my.
ColecoVision. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
Commodore 64.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
good one. I'll
Remember these
go
things?
even a step further with my Atari 2600. It was basically like a generic like PC. Look at that. And
Yeah,
you would
pretty
have to buy a
beautiful.
book
Brick.
and put the program in. You'd have to type
No,
type everything
no.
in.
Look at
Look
it.
at
It's
that.
it's not even that bad. Like it's.
For
How
I
having
kept
it
it
as
in very
RCA?
good shape.
How old were you when you got it? Like 8?
6, 7.
Ah,
6, 7. I just bent right on the highway.
yeah.
I don't even think that was where I got it. No, that like that. But I mean, hold on.
I had to. I'm
Let's just
sorry,
do
Joe.
that.
I had to. Couldn't do it.
This podcast is like, what's Joe got in his apartment?
we're
That TV is huge. How big is that TV?
The 75 inch.
75 inches.
That's what she said.
See?
All right, what game is that? Super Mario?
It's an original. It's an original Super Nintendo with Super
No, the
Mario
ga-
Brothers in it.
Super Mario. Okay, yeah.
And then just to match it up, N64.
Okay.
See?
So when you
I
got
go
have
pull,
them
I
all.
go pull my PS2 out, but everybody be like, "Oh my God, you're so young."
yeah. PS2.
I mean,
I got
yes.
Crash
Yes, I
Bandicoot.
have a,
Got
Yes, I have a very
Spyro in that
large
shit,
TV.
bro.
I have
Got
a-
Spyro.
I
a
got
very large
Earthworm
TV.
Jim.
Nah, bro, I got Scarface, bro. You ain't got that.
Oh man, I like seeing the TV in the background better than the ugly stadium.
I
that
mean,
you
like,
have there.
But even like, I mean, if you think about it this way, if you want like a really good segue, like if you think about it this way, like we just kind of segued off into video games and sports video games, you got to look at how like a lot of stuff has developed over the years, from like even the 8-bit to like to today with like Madden 26, Madden 25, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like how we used to play Tecmo Bowl, and you actually had Thurman Thomas on it, and no one, like any kid, did not really know who Thurman Thomas was.
Shout out
Right.
Thurman
And so
Thomas.
this-
Yeah, that's a name from the past right there.
But like now you have like these games that are just so like realistic, At this point,
When did
I'm a guy-
Tecmo Bowl come out?
88.
Yeah, I was young when that
Mm.
came out, so
Mm.
that's like my favorite. That one in Baseball Stars, because there was like a code that you could use for Baseball Stars, and everyone would in their salary would be like souped up, so the games would be really good.
1989.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
1989.
I
Damn.
I was a freshman in high
That was
school.
that's when it was ported over to NES.
Mm, 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 mm.
All right. Well, I love this podcast. We talked about everything, and there was a little sports and competition related in it too. So we got about 6 minutes left. So we'll
Damn,
start
there's
out.
still time left. Holy shit.
Yeah, I feel like this has
It
been like
flew,
an
though.
hour-long podcast. We
Me
still have to
too.
do. We still have other stuff that we were going to talk about, in-depth stuff. But I like this conversation. This was good, and also, I just like having two amazing people here from Pick the Push and Get Real with John and Beth. I love these guys. They're great. So you gotta have.
I mean, there's 5 people here. Only 2 of us are awesome.
The
It's
other
because
guys
it's
are
on the
because we're
list.
Eagles fans.
Don't worry
It's because
about
we're
me.
Eagles
Yeah.
fans.
Don't worry
I
about
like
me.
the Eagles, and I'll tell you what. I lived
Don't worry about me.
I lived in Alabama when Jalen Hurts got replaced by, I can't say his name, Tua. We called him Tua, right?
Are you just gonna bring up a dark time in my life? I'm
Well,
Jalen
listen,
Hurts myself.
I really learned to respect and love the way that dude handled that, and he didn't complain like a pansy. He just
Hmm.
encouraged his team, and then he went to Oklahoma and did super well. And I still cheer for him. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, and I cheer for the Eagles because of Jalen Hurts, his leadership, and his character. To be really honest with you.
That's a great segue into me having the last couple minutes to absolutely lose my fucking mind. You
Drew
tell that
Brees.
Super Bowl champion Drew Brees he could eat a bag of donkey dicks saying that our offense is boring after letting it go -1 yards in the first half, and then we go for like 400 in the second half. Drew Brees could eat a dick. Fuck him. All right?
How
Because
do
I'm
you
carrying
really?
it.
How do you really feel though? Does it bother you?
A little bit. A little bit. I'm not gonna lie
I
to
would
you. I'm
never,
not gonna lie.
never. I would never
I mean,
know.
we could go into conspiracy theories and stuff that Drew Brees' Super Bowl was rigged, but that's besides the point.
You know what, Joe? We'll talk about that another day. Another
Everyone
day.
had. I think the new thing over the last few years is just people just giving bad takes just for engagement. So I just think a lot of people, want to say things that are just out there. Drew Brees. When is the last time we ever heard him talk about anything? Even when he was an active player, he wasn't like a vocal guy for real.
You
Like
know what I'm
he's a great
saying? Like,
player. I just what I'm saying. I think he's fallen. Maybe he wants like a job somewhere. Who knows?
Just remember, he was okay with the Saints covering up SA
the scandal.
allegations down in scandalous stuff.
They leave that part out. So we got about 3 minutes left. John, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Everyone check out Getting Real with John and Beth.
Glad to be here.
What else you got going on? You got any more secret game shows you're going to be on? You're going to show up on, the floor or
Yeah,
something? What do you got going on?
I don't know, but become friends with Ken Jeong, and he's a big fan of the Real World.
Get the
And
fuck out.
Wait, are you
so
serious?
we text each other. I do. Yeah, he's actually the super nice guy.
Wait,
Oh,
He's a big fan of the Real World, and
wait
so
a minute. Are you got
I'm
to
very
be
serious. And so I want to be on The Masked Singer.
Don't bury the lead. Don't bury the lead.
Yeah, I love Ken Jeong, and to the point where I've never really watched The Hangover, and I told him I was going to go back and watch it, and he's like, "Oh, John, don't do that. Don't do
Yay.
that." And so yeah, exactly. But I want to be on The Masked Singer, and I got new music coming out. I got a new video
Oh, I'd love
coming
to
out.
see you on there. I
Oh,
love
I
that
would
show.
love to see
Yeah,
you
The
on the
Masked
Masked
Singer
Singer.
is
That would
just
be
pure
amazing.
Wait, can I ask John for one solid favor? If you could give
You already
us
did, but go on.
a passage from the Bible
Oh,
as a life lesson right now
Yeah.
before it ends, can you give it to us? I'm a
oh
big
my
Christian
goodness. Are you? Well,
Big
I
Christian
really, I really love. I'm my TikTok audience knows because I say it all the time. I love 2 Corinthians chapter 5. There's 21 verses in it, and every single verse is basically a sentence. Is just phenomenal. Like you can't pick a best one. So just go to 2 Corinthians and read all of chapter 5. Just read all of 2 Corinthians, really.
That's all I
But
want
I
to
think my favorite is going to probably be First John, which is towards the back, a very small book of the Bible.
do.
First John chapter 2, verse 15, 16, and 17 is, do not love the world or anything of the world. And it's just a fantastic epistle. They call it an epistle. I was an ordained pastor, so I use
Nice.
all these fancy words, but
Married, just saying.
I mean, he could get me married. He could get me married.
yeah,
Hey.
I could legally
Hey.
perform the, you know, I don't say I could marry you. I could officiate your wedding. Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool
There
with
you
it.
go. We'll stream that. So
Yeah, we'll stream the
and
wedding.
also check out Ian Pick the Push everywhere, right? Anywhere you find your podcast, you'll see it. And thank you guys for watching. We're under a minute left. Make sure everyone tells their friend, share, like, subscribe, look at the podcast. We've got a lot of other fun stuff coming up. So we'll see you guys all next week. Love y'all. Be safe. Have a great rest of your day.